Hey everybody, PR Repler is here with a special video. If you can't already tell, this is not the PC World of Tanks version. This is World of Tanks on consoles. And just also so you know, I muted the game sound because somebody was being really annoying on the mic. Like, the mic was open and they don't think they were even like talking about the game. It was just an open mic with really weird talking in the background. Like a connect mic kind of thing where they didn't realize it was going into the game. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure, but it was just really annoying. Like, I figured that you probably don't want to hear that and would rather hear my talking as opposed to somebody else's, like, party in the background. And yes, I could have muted him, but it wasn't really bothering me in the game because I couldn't hear him very well. But it clearly shows up in the replay. But if you can't tell, this is a Tier 2 game. I'm using the Tier 2 tank destroyer, the Panzer Jaeger 1 or whatever it's called, where this is pretty similar to the PC version, although a lot of the newer stuff is not in the game yet, and a lot of the maps and things aren't in the game yet. But all in all, it's mostly similar. There's only 3 countries you can play. But if you've played World of Tanks on PC, you kind of get the gist of how this works. The hardest part is probably that you can only see a small portion of the minimap, so you oftentimes have to click the back button to open up the map so you can tell like where people were spotted at to know whether you have a shot at them. I especially like playing the lower tiers, though, because somewhat like the PC version, but especially more so with the 360 version, people at the lower tiers have no idea what they're doing. Most of the time. I mean, sometimes, even if people don't know what they're doing, I have a bad game, but this was not one of them. But I especially like playing the lower tiers for that reason. That it's pretty easy to do pretty well in them as long as you're good with your shots, make them count. And you can see I've already killed, I believe that was my 3rd kill, and already only 4 guys on the enemy team dead, and I killed 3 of them. So I got a feeling that this would be a pretty good game at this point, but it turned out to be way better than I thought it would, that's for sure. Especially because I could have had even more kills. Like, this guy, I believe this guy right here I damaged, but he ends up popping out and getting killed by somebody else, so I didn't actually get that kill. But in the lower tiered battles especially, I tend to be the one, like, at least near the top, if not the top, for damage on the team. So it's quite fun to play that. As you can see at some points during this video, I'm getting the detected pop-up, which I believe is basically that anybody in this game, a part of their merge to console, is every single tank in the game has automatic 6th sense, and I believe it functions the same way as the PC, but I don't have any tanks with 6th sense in the PC version, so it's kind of hard to say for sure, because I don't have a comparison, anything to compare it to. However, what I have noticed, one of the major differences between PC and Xbox, is a lot of people on the Xbox version like to just blind fire. Like, I admit, even myself, I do more blind firing on the Xbox version than I do on the PC version. And I think some of that is because people kind of know when they're detected, and everybody kind of knows. But it's just kind of interesting as a note that I see a lot more blind fire coming out on the Xbox than I do on PC. So if you're going to be playing on the Xbox version, just be wary that you're going to have a lot of people who may not spot you, but because of where you're hiding, they may kill you by blind firing into a bush or things like that. So it's definitely something to be aware of. And also, if you weren't aware, on top of it also being on the 360, there is a mobile version that's, I believe, currently in closed beta. So yes, you'll be able to play World of Tanks on your mobile device. And yes, just so you guys know, the fact is, they're all separate servers, and they're all going to be on different versions. As you can see here, I really wanted to kill this guy, but I didn't want to wait too long, so I just killed him. Ended up with 10 kills, and now you'll get to see the scoreboard for a while, because I was like, what just happened? Like, how did I get 10 kills? I've never even gotten higher than 8 on the PC version, at least up to this point. And to get 10 kills already in the 360 version, and after only like 150 battles or something like that. As you can see here, I killed 10 of the guys, but I did damage to 11th, and I clearly had the highest damage over anyone else. But yes, it's different versions, so like a PC player won't be playing with an Xbox player, and they won't be playing with a mobile player, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, I think it would be nice if they were combined, but it would give unfair advantages to like the PC and the more experienced players. But definitely, if you have an Xbox and haven't played this game, it's free. If you haven't played this and you have an Xbox and you play it on the PC, it's definitely worth checking out, especially the lower tiers, because you'll be a player that knows most of the maps and you'll slaughter everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this video.